Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and welcome back to Space Quest 5, the next mutation. We're in a bit of a pickle, as you would say, as I would say anyway. Jesus, see, I turned the cycles down a bit, because I know what's coming up is not what you might call Fun Town, but I might have set them a bit too slow. Look at me, I just pressed the exit, but it just takes for fucking ever. Alright, so the game's gonna be moving a little sluggish here, but don't worry, that's gonna come in handy. Jesus, load already. Because we are heading downstairs, yes we are. Now this is a bit of a pixel hunt button really, but going to rescue our chief engineer, who is a bit of a messed up person when it comes to piloting his own. Well, he's not even piloting an EVA suit, is he? He's just chirping around out there and having fun. Okay, we should turn this thing around. Pod rotation. Excellent. Oh yeah, plenty of room in there. Look at that tiny little hole. I'm a squeeze in there. How do I open the airlock door? They open on their own. Okay, cool. Ah, yes. Well, this is fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna save in here, because fuck this noise. This bit is fucking impossible. Look, I've got almost no oxygen. Oh, I should have thought of this. There's no oxygen in the fucking tank. And I just saved over. As the last wisps of oxygen filter through the pod's life support system, you try to yell for help, but the only sound that escapes your throat is a loud burping sound. As the world fades to black, you know your doom is sealed. Your what is sealed? Your doomed is sealed. In space, no one can hear you belch. Oh, this is nice. Ah, look, Kermpella, a shooting star. Make a wish. Okay, Schlepp, I wish we could discover someone else out there among the stars. Oh, don't be silly, Crumpella. Everyone knows there's no intelligent life out there. And they would be fucking right. Next time, listen to your science officer. What did she have to say? Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, God. Alright, we'll have to backtrack a bit. Pardon me. And there he goes again. Cliffy, you son of a bitch. Alright. Yes, that is indeed the gentleman floating out there with the surprised expression on his face. That is indeed our chief engineer. You're absolutely correct, Troll. Alright, let's check what Miss Science Officer has to say. Recommendation. It would be logical to utilize the Eureka's EVA pod to recover our chief engineer, Captain Wilco. Be sure all pod systems are fully charged and operational, Captain. I have noticed Engineering Chief Crawford's maintenance standards are inconsistent in some areas of the ship. Okay, well, you didn't really tell me that it was the oxygen that was the problem. Anyway, I do know where there's an oxygen tank. We'll find the oxygen tank. Don't you fucking worry. Yes, exiting, straightening uniform. Must keep up appearances at all times. Yes, this fancy little locker will contain an oxygen tank. Do they want me to install it or something? That's not necessary. Okay. I'll just turn the pod around. Pod rotation. Maybe they want me to stick it in here. It's been a while since I played this. That's not necessary. How about in here? Oh, what's this thing? Eureka is outfitted with a Star Roamer EVA pod for emergency repairs and rescue missions. You know what? I'ma just save right here, and then I'll climb in. There we go. I suppose just having the thing on me is good enough. I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. Full oxygen. Excellent. Now, I forget. Which one is me? This is the radar tracking scope for the EVA pod. Cool! Well, which one am I? Alright, let's read the instructions. How to use the service pod flight instrumentation. This is a long one. The lever on the left is your auto navigational joystick. Use this throttle to maneuver the EVA pod. As you move the hand over the lever, direction arrows will appear. Click the left mouse button to move in the arrows. This is really textbook stuff. I think we can figure that part out. The pod is also equipped with auto-stabilizing thrusters. If you click in the center of the arrows or change direction, all engines are shut down and the pod is brought to a complete stop until you select a new direction. So this is basically AGI controls with a point-and-click interface. The right lever is the remote arm control. You will notice I pronounce the word lever or lever differently depending on the way the wind blows. Click the hand icon on this to either retract or extend the remote arm. While the arm is extended, if you click the hand icon on the button next to your right thumb, the remote arm's claw is either extended or retracted. Use this button to pick up objects, in this case, chief engineers on the Lamb. The Model IX Spacefarer EVA pod is equipped with an auto-avoidance system which prevents collision in all but the most extreme circumstances for your safety and convenience, which means we can't actually collide with the asteroids. The console in the upper middle panel is your heads-up display. It contains the oxygen and fuel gauges and the radar scope. As you spend more time in the pod, your oxygen depletes. Get back to the Eureka before you run out of air. Duh. The fuel gauge on the right indicates how much fuel you have remaining. Even though your pod is equipped with a 3.2-liter 6-reactor thermodynamic Wankel rotary engine, it still only gets 14 mpg, which is microparsecs per gallon. This means too much sightseeing can burn a lot of fuel real quickly. The heads-up radar shows you targets within your immediate vicinity using a dandy 801286 microprocessor running at a blazing 460 MHz. This was 1993, by the way, so that's a lot in 1993. All the relevant targets such as asteroids and space debris are filtered out and only relevant targets are displayed in amazing texture map 3D renderings. However, since the display is so small, they usually look like little tiny blips. The green blip is always the Eureka, while any other blips are red. Cool, so that answers that. To return to the Eureka, simply fly within range of the Eureka's auto-nav tractor beam, which will pull you inside. Actually, we had a real neat docking scene all laid out, but that would have pushed us onto another disc. Ah, a bit of behind-the-scenes information there. Oh, wrong way. So we want to get the red thing right up here, center-wise. There we go, there he is. Good boy. Hi. How's everyone doing? I'ma extendo the armo. I'ma poke him. Is that good? Am I just gonna poke him in the nads or something? No? I think we're gonna have to move sideways a bit. Here, I'ma claw you. God damn you, Cliffy. Alright, I'll get in closer. Get in my claw, you piece of shit. Grab this motherfucker! He's right fucking there, grab him! I'm on top of him, goddammit! I thought for a second that little blip down here had to be dead center. That does not appear to be the case. God damn it, dude, I'm right here! Why you gotta make this difficult? Target in range, finally! There's almost no fucking fuel left either. Cliffy has been successfully grappled. Now all that remains is to make it back to the Eureka, if you can find it. Well, I can. We'll just circle around here. Boom, should be straight ahead. There you go. I'm gonna crash into the side. Good flying, Ace! You've returned to the safety of the Eureka. There was a second there I thought, fuck me, I'll have to do that all over again. Everyone's going to... Nice bit of motion capture there. How do I fit in there? I mean, Jesus. You okay, Cliffy? Just give me a minute to rest and catch my breath, sir. Thanks for pulling my butt out of the sling again, Captain. That's 2 I owe you. Think nothing of it, Chief. Okay, I won't. But you need to get us out of here, sir. I don't know how much longer the Eureka can stand the pounding she's taking. Yeah, I'ma just... You know what? You know what? With all the shit this dude's been giving me, I'ma just, open the airlock. Just see what happens, you know? Captain, are you crazy? We'll be sucked out into the deep void of space. Yeah, that's kind of what I was planning. Fuck you, then. Alright, I'ma go upstairs. Alright, so is the Goliath still out there? Or are they off to puke out some stuff? I see no one's particularly worried up here. God damn it, guys. Okay, okay, can we scan for ships? Science officer, you can scan for ships, right? Yeah. There are no ships within sensor range, Captain Wilco. Thank you. That is all. Okay, so we can set our coordinates for... Actually, let's ask the crew. I think I know where to go, but let's just be a good boy about this and ask where you think we should go. Is there any way we can get through to StarCon to warn them about the Goliath? The Goliath is jamming all transmissions in the entire fucking quadrant, apparently. I'm trying to burn through, but there's not much I can do. She's got one of them new terawatt ECM suites. Keep trying, Flo. Okay, so what do you want us to do? Do you have any orders to cover this situation, Flo? I'm afraid not, sir. Guess we're on our own. Swell. Any idea what we should do next? We should try and find out where those pucoids came from, sir. Clorox 2 would probably be a good starting point. Perhaps there's something down there that would yield a clue to their origins. Okay, so... we are going to go to that thing that I was trying to reach in the previous episode. I believe it was still 41666, the laboratory. We have already been there once and we were told to fuck off. Now I highly doubt there will be any off of the fucking light speed. Charming. We're approaching our destination. Cool. In which case you should speed the regular. Ah, there she is. There we go. Okay. Orbit the standard, sir. I don't know why I'm calling you, sir. I'm the fucking captain around here. There we go. And... notice that no one is calling us up on the phone to tell us to fuck off. Oh wait, I'm supposed to order you to hail planet-y thing. Fuck, I never get the timing right on that one. There's no response, Captain. I don't think there's anyone down there. Alright, cool. Recommendations from our new star officer. Recommendation. The facility is not listed in the StarCon registry or any of our other library databases, sir. Structural analysis and sensor readings indicate a 92% probability this is a research facility of some kind. What gave it away? The fucking dome with the grass and the rocks and the shit? I recommend we send an away team down to investigate the situation, Captain Wilco. By away team, I assume you mean me. Jewel, you want to tag along on this one? Actually, you haven't said anything in a while because I haven't asked you. What should we do about the ambassador? I'll tell you what we should do about her. Put the little tart in the airlock and be done with it. Now, Flo, jealousy doesn't become you. Actually, it's kind of cute. I think we should try and track down the source of this phlegm or slime these pucoids seem to be infused with. What good would that do? Well, this stuff had to come from somewhere, right? I think if we can find out who or what made it, perhaps we can discover a way to fight it. Basically pushing me in the same direction as we are here. Okay, how do you like our chances of getting through this? Let me see. We're up against a horde of rampaging mutants and a stolen battlecruiser that outguns us 100 to 1. Basically, sir, I'd say we're screwed. Cool. Cheers. I thought you liked danger and excitement and really wild things. I do anyway, so let's get the fuck on down there. Nobody said anything about breathable atmosphere and shit, but I think she would have said something if we were in a screwed position. Hang on, let me just check if we've got everything. Yeah, we've got these 2 items. They will come in handy. Sorry, didn't see that. Alright, let's get the fuck on down there. Energize. That's not good. Engineer, a little help? Anyone? No? Fuck it. Looks like you've had a zany transporter blooper, Raj. Quick, get a camera. Galactic Inquirer will pay 10 buckazoids if they publish your photo. The motherfuck. Dude, it seems the fly may have gotten the best end of the exchange, though not by much. This dude's flapping his arms. It's not unlike talking to a brick wall. Can I... Dude! What in the... What? Hello? God damn it. Oh well, as it turns out, I'm now a fly. I'm literally a fly. I'm the little thing that's buzzing around here. I don't want to get too close to the pond here, Because, I'll show you. Because if I fly too close, and boom! I get snapped up, and doesn't look like you'll be bugging anyone for a while. Like, it even has a little StarCon logo on the chest. That's very neat. Now, no points for guessing which 1950s or 1960s, 1950s, 1950s or 1980s movie this is referencing. It's kind of in the title. So anyway, let's land on our communicator here. I think one of these buttons is the call ship thing. This is the transmit button for the communicator. Let's hop on that one. Boom. Hello. Dude, anything? God fucking damn it, I'm not heavy enough. Oh, right. So can... There you go. Get over here, you piece of shit. That was too close. Not close enough? There you go. He landed on the communicator. That was a tricky one. I've forgotten how to do that. Hello. I'ma have a chat with you. Can someone up there explain to me how the captain of a starship can be reduced to a common housefly? Yuck! You look hideous, Captain! Cheers, thanks for the pep talk, Flo. Tell Cliffy to get down here now. I'll inform him of your predicament, sir, but the transporter is malfunctioning again. Oh, really? I hadn't noticed. Captain, sensors have located a large underground structure to the west of your position. Why don't you go check it out while we work on the transporter problem? I'll do that, Flo, but please tell Cliffy to get down here ASAP. Wilco out. He's getting a bit assertive, isn't he? Yeah. Alright, I don't think this froggy thing is going to bother me much anymore, but I'm gonna just head over here. Now, I think something we missed is that my body, or Roger's body, really crawled in this trash dumpster, which is similar to many others you have serviced during your long and distinguished janitorial career. And there's a little plug outlet here. Wait, I'm supposed to go over here, right? I forget. Oh, that's a different screen. There we go. Hey, that's me! Roger Wilco, Fly Guy. Now, I mean, as far as, you know, hidden entrances go and shit, this is not very conspicuous, I feel. Oh look, it's a cleverly concealed hidden doorway. It looks like every other electronic card key lock you've ever seen. Points for key cards. Okay, so obviously we can't move this giant fucking boulder. The only thing we can do is talk and look and then fly it, but we can fly through the card key lock. And this is a tricky one. Well, it's not technically tricky. It's not gonna do anything to us. However, we have to make note of which of these beams make a clicky sound, because later on we have to construct a key card that'll get us through this lock. So I'm gonna just save here so I can make a note of this. I'm a fly. Luckily, the game does give you a break, because otherwise, you know, you return to human form and then you're in a dead-end situation because you can't go back to the screen and check it out. So actually, in a rare moment of mercy, really, the game will actually say, oh, gee, looks like you failed to keep your eyes open when you were a fly. Do you want to bypass this create a keycard puzzle? You'll see in a bit. But first, yeah, alright, I'm gonna come back to this. I have my save game, I can always come back and do this. Alright, here we fucking go. So I like the animation of Raj here, which he's just spinning around himself in a bit, but in a kind of a... He's not just stationary, he's not a stationary fly, because flies are not stationary. Let's have a look around, shall we? This appears to be some kind of genetic research laboratory. Advanced machinery, experiment cages, and specimen containers containing bizarre creatures are found throughout the room. Yes, what the fuck is this thing? This appears to be some kind of genetic research laboratory. Advanced machinery, I think we've been through that one. What about the cages? This specimen cage is empty. A dim shape, slightly darker than the surrounding shadows, huddles in the back of this cage. Let's go check him out. He doesn't seem to care much for flies. The fuck is this? Specimen jars containing grotesque examples of misapplied genetic engineering line one wall of the laboratory. This is pretty creepy stuff, I'd say. And looky here, this computer workstation appears to be functional. Let us go and see what can be seen. Danger, emergency jettison sequence activated. Dome jettison will occur in Well, now, jettison complete. So something got... I seem to recall there are 3 different domes in this research station, and we've beamed down into one, and there are 2 others, but they've jettisoned one of the other ones. So let's just restart this thing. Genetics! We play God, so you don't have to. And that's the Dynamics logo. It just fucking slithers away. Alright, let me just see, systems. Yeah, look, 3 domes, and they've jettisoned one of them. Let's see here. Envirodome 1, data link, non-functional. Data link, non-functional. Operational, standby power, backup computing systems activated. I think this is the dome that we're in, Envirodome 3. So let's go up and hit security and see what's what. Oh, there I am! Jumping into the trash bin. This is the picture from the surveillance cameras in the... Did someone forget to complete this look message? Maybe. Alright, let's check out camera 2. Not a lot of things go... Oh, hello! Camera 3. I was standing on both of the hotspots, I guess. About time Cliffy fixed that dang transporter. I'm really gonna bug him about this one for quite a long time. Yes, I'm even adding words to these. I fucking click flew away. I didn't want to do that. No. Let's go back to the main menu. Steer around these, please. There you go. Good boy. Because I want to read some activity logs here. Okay. Activity. Station OU812 activated. User 453 logged into mainframe at station something. Astro Chicken 3, Henhouse of Doom. Program initiated. A bit later, program terminated. He logged out of the mainframe. Auto security alert issued. Comlink failure. Level 3 security alert override. Authorization 453. That would be this person. Verified. And then shit happened, I'll bet. Level 1 priority alpha intruder alert. Auto fire suppression system in Shuttle Bay 1. Structural integrity failure. Dome 1 depressurized. System failure. Mainframe offline. Backup internet activated. 1993. I mean, the internet had been invented, but it wasn't in common use. We are still talking like BBS dial-ups and shit like that. So I don't think it was before 94, 95 perhaps that Sierra Online got their first web page. Correct me if I'm wrong. I got my first dial-up modem in 1995. And I say my first, it was actually my dad's, and, got into various arguments about phone bills and shit, because even with local calls in Denmark, you had to pay for local calls. So I spent a lot of 1995 and 1996 in his office, huddled over the modem, just to keep the noise, the dial-up noise from reaching his upstairs bedroom and shit like that. Fun times. Anyway, so this internet... where the fuck did you go? Yeah, backup internet activated. They're referring to a local network, not the internet. Rambling aside, emergency computing systems activated, system power failure, emergency power activated, and then... Emergency evacuation, abandoned station. Emergency scuttle program activated, Dome 1. Destruct failsafe reached for Dome 1. Emergency scuttle program activated for Dome 2, so they shut off both of them. So that's why there's no communication between the other 2 domes. This is the only dome we've got. Scuttle procedure completed. Dome 1 jettisoned and detonated. Destruct failsafe seed for Dome 2. Scuttle program activated for Dome 3. And what happened to Dome 3? Dome 2 jettisoned and detonated. Dome 3 scuttle procedure aborted. Authorization 999 verified. Who the fuck is 999? Seems like some sort of, perhaps admirally captain kind of thing. I don't know. Power stabilized. Emergency systems deactivated. Dome 3 jettison sequence activated locally. Jettison failsafe. Dome 3 jettison system halted. So this place was supposed to be jettisoned and detonated just like all the others, but it wasn't, and authorization 999 prevented that from happening. Now, either it is, well, no points for guessing, either it's Captain Quirk, who arrived and thought, no, fuck no, we're gonna keep this one here, or it's one of the genetics, like, employees or scientists or whatever, who was infected and sort of fought it off and shit. Because intruder alert, again, no points for guessing, that would be the colonists from Clorox 2 who escaped in the shuttle, and went back to homeland, infected the whole fucking bunch, who then proceeded to jettison all this stuff. So, projects. Before we get too ahead of ourselves here, a project's inventory. Primordial Soup. Feasibility study of a metabacterial transformations in terraforming and space colony applications. Guess what? The garbage from this Primordial Soup was dumped on the colony of Clorox 2. Mutation occurred. They shot off into space. Went over here. Thought they might have a lovely old reunion. Infected the whole fucking bunch. Jettisons happened, and someone was here to stop this dome from jettisoning. Project goal is to create a survivable and highly adaptable metabacteria to enable terraforming on planets currently unsuitable for human habitation. Basically a survival bacteria, yeah, cool. Description: the metabacteria will serve as a base for an artificial food chain on selected planets, synthesizing complex proteins as a natural byproduct of its metabolism. To put it in terms of the layman, it will eat poison, giving off water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and producing a rich organic base that other introduced organisms can feed upon. In essence, the metabacteria will create a living primordial soup. This is, by and far and large, the most involved backstory or plot that any Space Quest game has had up until this point. And this is why I fucking love this game, because the story that they've cooked up when the conspiracy within StarCon and all this would make a great plot for Space Quest or any science fiction show. Really, it is on par with what you see in Star Trek shows and shit like that. So, real commendations for the amount of effort that went into the actual plot of this. It has a plot that actually makes sense in a standard Aristotelian plot fashion, not to get all too academic. I just had to get Aristotle in there to say hi to Frederick Olson, you academic son of a bitch. Experimental summary. After 3 months of preliminary trials, the bacterial strain Caesius velox has shown the greatest promise. The vigor of the species is impressive, and its astonishing reproductive rate, it likes to do the bangy bangy, makes it an ideal candidate for our purposes. Cool. Primary experimental trials will bombard Caesius velox with hard radiation to confirm hardiness and test adaptive ability. Placing a petri dish of the bacteria behind a computer monitor for a period of hours will expose it to hard radiation conditions similar to those on uninhabitable Class D planet. Hardy har har. This is when we had cathode ray, all standard monitors, computer monitors, before we had, flat screens. What you're probably watching this video on. We used to have these awful CRT monitors. I know, Lazy Game Reviews is gonna murder me for that if he ever sees this video. He won't. But yeah, the old CRT monitors were a bit bad for the eyes, refresh, all that shit. So, funny joke. Later, we shall repeat the procedure using a safer type of radiation, such as a gamma ray source, the thing that transformed the fucking Hulk. So, har joke times 2. Science log. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of reading, incidentally, so if you're not into reading or backstory or whatever, you can just skip to the next episode, really. Fair warning. Anyway, for those of you who are interested, science log, stardate, whatever the hell. Initial results is with Caesius velox are encouraging. It thrives in the radiation environment as long as adequate food sources are provided. We are well on our way towards engineering the first true metabacteria. A few specimens have manifested undesirable genomes after successive trials. Steps will be taken to cull the recessive so that the entire population isn't compromised. Basically, they were searching for an alien species that would react well to this bacteria thing. The one that would eat poison and such. They've tried it with some other species. It had some nasty side effects and shit. We're gonna call them off. Just, put them in the cage over there. They won't bother anyone. Fat fucking chance of that. Next, science log again. I believe we have discovered and removed all remaining undesirable latent genetic traits in Metacaesius velox. The next step will be to introduce live mice into an environment prepared by Metacaesius. Sorry, I misspoke. They found a species that thrives well in unsuitable, climates and such, and sort of removed the genetic traits from it. So, oh well. I'm not a scientist, I'm a whale biologist. Several subjects have demonstrated teratogenic side effects as a result of ingesting the primordial soup gestalt. The mice have turned into slimy, foul-smelling, bad-tempered meta-rodents with attitudes. It seems that metacaseous has infected the DNA of the mice much like a virus. This is an unprecedented event. Further study is indicated. Alright, so they take the DNA from the caseous valix, shove it into a mice's butthole, and then watch it turn into a gooey piece of attitude. Fancy that. Thought I was all clever there for a second, haven't figured this... Oh, shit, I got a point for that one. The experiment is not progressing well. Several test subjects have begun mutating wildly. The morphology of the creatures is singularly unrodent-like. They resemble nothing so much as ambulatory piles of goo with teeth. The only thing which appears to have any effect on the infected specimen, short of killing it, is the application of extreme cold. At temperatures below minus 200 degrees Celsius, cell mutations are slowed dramatically. Where did we go wrong? Well, I have a couple of theories as to where you did go wrong, but I'll keep them to myself. One of the meta-mice bit and infected one of the lab techs today. We're putting him into cryogenic hibernation to slow the progress of the disease, but I'm afraid that without a cure, his chances of survival are non-existent. The experiment is a failure and is scheduled to be terminated. Now what am I gonna do? I've got an entire warehouse full of this slop. HH. Now, HH is probably the flappy lips dude that we saw who called us up on the phone and told us to get the fuck out of his backyard. Where is he going to put all of his biological waste? Well, he's no points for guessing. He's stocking on Clorox too. We found the the canister and all that shit, and one of the colonists did not look too well. Question is, how did it get there? We're gonna have a look at the accounting, just for hells and whistles. 120 gig of SCSI drive. Again, 1993, this was a lot. And 986, not knowing that Intel would stop naming their processors, 486, 386. By 586, they started calling them Pentiums instead. And it got a bit confusing then because they started calling them Pentium 2, Pentium 3, and so anyway. An Amigo 9000, Astro Chicken 3, Dandy 2500 SUX, Rames T Quirk was bribed 50,000. I wonder for what. I like that this is really honest bookkeeping, by the way. We've got research, R&D, research, development, furniture, bribe. What else we got? More bribe. He's got 50,000, 75,000 buckazoids. Corona Ale for testing. Laser Pet, Madame Zorba for consulting. Phony camcorder for research. Programmer cubes, incentives. Any more bribes? Radial Verta, target fat, the contour chair for spare parts, refrigerator for development, or beers. Okay, so Quark got a few minor kickbacks from genetics, I gather. I think we've got all we can from that. So, the plot thickens and sickens. I think we shall investigate this further, but we're going to do that in the next episode. A lot of backstory in this. Next episode is going to be action-packed Pee-wee. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do. Do leave me a comment, because I do love the comments. And thank you for watching. Until next time, I will see you around the Chrono stream.